ho, 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 ho. Do I feel good today? What is up, universe? Welcome into your sports, and sports betting brand of record. We call it Driving the Line. You can call it DTL. We are live every single weekday on Stadium, wherever you find Stadium. Amazon Prime Video. I've got it on the big screen right next to me. How about YouTube TV, Roku TV, WatchStadium.com, or the Stadium app? We are everywhere. Now, also, do not forget Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. We have DTL Prime Time Live getting you set for whatever NFL game. This week, it's the Broncos and the Saints. And we have got content all over the board. The easiest thing to do is follow our YouTube page, subscribe, and then hit those notifications. And every single time we start a new show, you will be notified. Now, excuse me. Sometimes when you have a certain day, like today, there's only 3 games. Sometimes you got to make a decision. You say, you know what? It is Rant Wednesday. This is your favorite day of the week. I've already seen it in the chat. Hit the like button for me that it's Bounce Back Wednesday. Why? Because this is what our crew did yesterday. Way too many X's on the board yesterday. So we remedied that today because sometimes it's all about fun. Sometimes when you don't have a lot of games to play, but there's a ton of topics, and I mean juicy topics on a Rant Wednesday, you got to flip the script just a little bit. Do not forget later today, it might just be me today. Who knows? But we have DTL, the podcast that drops around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And for you premium members, you get the video every single day. Now, my partner on Wednesdays as we start to look forward to college football as well. AB, today is going to be quite the day, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. It is going to be quite the day. You know what? Let's get it started.
All right. First and foremost, Howie Schwab. Boy, he would have loved Rant Wednesday, wouldn't he have? What is the crew play of the day selection today, sir?
He would have loved it, all right? One game, NLCS, game 3, all right? Dodgers money line, Mets money line. Dodgers Mets over 8, Dodgers Mets under 8. Polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show.
All right. You know, AB, sometimes when you have a day like today, and there's not a ton of games, and, you know, I feel like the crew had been going along a lot of days in a row. Sometimes you even need to sit them down to kind of watch from afar, see how things are done, see how rants are made, so maybe they can come back tomorrow fresh and ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, a fresh new show like you've never seen before here at DTL. It is time for the picks. Oh, and look what I got on Rant Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. For the first time ever on DTL. A lot of you guys, you watch BTT, you watch Behind the Turnbuckle, a gigantic Yankees fan, a gigantic Giants fan. We call him Big Tommy C. He's legendary for Tommy's Beef, and on Rant Wednesday, I can't wait to hear him. Tommy Carlucci, welcome to DTL for the first time, sir.
Coach, what an honor it is to be with you guys on today. I'm a huge sports fan. You know I'm on BTT, but I can't wait to get going and start my rant and my picks, and I'm just thankful to be here this morning.
You're damn right. Now, DTL Universe, I need you guys to welcome in Tommy like we do here, like he's family. I need to see welcome Tommy C in the chat from everybody after you hit the like button. Now, the other face you see on the screen will be here every single Wednesday. We booked him for the rest of the year, and you know him. You're going to.
I don't need an introduction. We're wasting time with the formalities, Coach.
Okay.
They know who I am. Producer man, bring up that graphic. Bring. Bro, hold on a minute. Let's drink this in, Coach. Shall we? Because I got some betting advice for your audience out there. Bro, whoever these jabrones are betting on, bet against them, bro. Bro, Coach, what are you talking about? These guys are coming back tomorrow? I got one question for you, Coach. Why? Why, bro? So people can lose their money? Coach, this is a horrible look for you. Look at these freaking, what is this, 2-8, bro? Bro, they're done. Coach, put a fork in them. It's over. It's over, bro. Whoever these guys pick, go the other way, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. What are you kidding me, bro?
You have bad days. Everybody has bad days. I keep thinking of the question you always ask me on the Coach and Bro Show. You always say, who did they ever beat?
Yeah,
nobody
right now. Nobody, Coach.
All right, real quick. All kidding aside, today's a big day for the entire crew. Me and Vince Russo are going to be on the gigantic Piers Morgan show later today. So you guys want to find that, just our YouTube page alone, over 3.4 million followers. And we'll be on it today, talking a lot of things, wrestling, WWE, all that kind of stuff. So check us out, me and Vince today, and I will try to calm him down before we get to Rant Wednesday. But AB, are you kidding me right now? We got to get started. And last night, it's great to have Tommy on today, but the Yankees, it's very workmanlike. But they come out, finally, Aaron Judge has a pulse, but it seems like it's a walk in the park for New York right now, AB.
It's what hitting the baseball does, man. And this lineup has been set up, right? They've built towards this. They've gone through their ups, gone through their downs, gone through their injuries this year. And then you see a guy. I mean, look, they're not only doing it at the plate. I mean, pitching was outstanding last night. They got Brady out in the second inning, and they were lucky to only give up one run, after he came out on Aaron Judge and that sacrifice fly. This is what hitting the baseball does, man. And their lineup, that top five, my God, man, it's just – I don't say Murderer's Row because that's the Yankees original, but, it's pretty solid, dude.
It really is. We've been cashing on Juan Soto, it seems like, every single game. Shout out to Matt in the chat. He goes, man, I'm here for this. Damn it, Matt, so are we. Now, Big Tommy, let me come over to you, because last night you guys survived. I say you guys mean the Yankees, despite some awful base running. But right now you could not have an easier path, it feels like to me, to get to the World Series. What does it feel like to you?
It's an easier path, Coach, but we still are struggling. The Yankees still haven't played a perfect game yet, Coach. They are just sneaking by they're not hitting the ball as much as I thought. Keeping Wells at fourth just drives me crazy. He's just an instant strikeout. There's no protection for Judge at all, and they keep Wells at fourth. I would move Stanton up, or now I would even move Rizzo up to fourth just to give us a shot. But not scoring any runs and then walking Soto to get to Judge. Are you friggin' kidding me? He's the best player in the game, and they walked Soto to get to Judge. It is time for Judge to wake up in October.
I feel like we have a little rant. I'll get to Vince in a second, but AB, real quick, you got something?
Yeah. I just wanted to say the exact same thing what Tommy just said. I was going to ask him, why is Wells hitting fourth, right? You're walking Soto to get to Judge, then you've got Wells, and then you've got Stanton at five. Me and Randall were talking about the same thing last night. It's why is Stanton not hitting fourth? So I'll stop there because I know we have to keep going, but I thought it was a great point that he brought up. I was wondering the same thing last night.
Real quick, Tommy, give me 15 seconds, and I'll get to Vince on that question.
You want to know why? Because Boone's an idiot. I'm not a big fan of Aaron Boone as a manager. He overmanages. He just drives me friggin' crazy, Coach.
Yeah, he might be. And I worked with him at ESPN. I loved him personally, but I think right now, because Vince, he's gotten to a point that if they don't win the World Series this year, he may be done because he hasn't really done it yet. Your thoughts on being up 2-0, Vince?
Bro, it's done. Listen, Tommy, have a cream soda. Tommy, relax. It's over, bro. Bro, Freddie Fermin came back, bro. He couldn't help the Cleveland Indians. Bro, this is a sweep. This is 4-0. Bro, you got to understand. Okay, the Cleveland Guardians played in a horrible division. Bro, they played the freaking Chicago White Sox 12 times. So there's 12 wins right there. They played in a horrible division. Bro, this is over. They ain't winning the game, bro. Like I said, re-sign Freddie Fermin, bring him back. Albert Bell, is he still alive? Dig up Albert Bell. This is done. Tommy.
I think
Tommy,
you're right.
done.
We got to get
Tommy, I'll put you fourth in the lineup, and it'll be a sweep. Tommy, go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach. I get crazy.
It's okay.
Coach.
We got to get to the picks. Remember now, we have commercials now. We've got to get to.
I'm sorry.
We've got
Coach. I
commercials.
apologize.
Okay. We got to pay the bills.
My bad, Coach.
Bills.
Okay,
right.
I'll calm down, Coach.
Never calm down on Rant Wednesday. All right, we got to get to the picks. We got a lot. Even though there's very few games today, we do have a lot to get to. AB, I want to start with you, big boy. Where are you headed today?
Go to college football here tonight. And like you said, there's not a lot of games here on the slate, but I'm going to identify right here. Sam Houston -2.5 against Western Kentucky. These two teams are almost identical. You're going to see a pretty good college football game tonight, but Sam Houston just a touch better. Running the football, just a touch better. Throwing the football defensively as well, and especially them playing at home, the friendly confines here. I'm going to take Sam Houston -2.5. It's probably going to be decided by a field goal, but I'm going to take Sam Houston here. I like it.
No, I like that. One of the two college football games on tap tonight. All right, Tommy, I love what you've done. We have game 3 of the Mets and the Dodgers tonight, and then it's never too early because NFL, the lines move all the time, but you found 2 that you like today before the lines move. Give me your 3, sir.
All right, I'm riding the mojo, Coach. I'm taking the Mets in game 3 in Citi Field, even though I'm not a Met fan. As you can see, October ready, New York Yankees. I actually hate the Mets. But I think their mojo is big time there. And I think they're going to take game 3 with that dumb grimace there, and they're going to wear all purple in Citi Field, and the crowd's just going to go nuts. As we know, we're in New York. And I just see game 3 with Severino out there. I think they're going to win the game, and they have a lot of mojo, Coach. I mean, the second game you had Lindor hit him home. The Vientos hits a grand slam. Are you kidding me? When does this stop?
Hey,
the mojo is going.
Tommy, I got to get through the picks, buddy. This is not rant. It's not Rant Wednesday yet. I got to get through the picks.
I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm sorry.
It's
all right. I got the Steelers because I hate the Jets, and I think Aaron Rodgers is a compiler. He never wins the big game. I got the Steelers beating them, even with Devontae Adams, and I'm taking the Commanders because our local high school team could beat Carolina. So I like the Commanders. They're tough, and they're in the East with my Giants, and they look good, and they're gonna win.
I love the Commanders. I absolutely love the Steelers, by the way, Sunday Night Football. And AB, I've got something I got to bring up with you at the break on our YouTube channel about Sunday Night Football. You're not going to believe it. And Monday Night Football, too. You're not going to believe it. All right, Vince. Now, they're already in the chat saying we're playing something at -180. So you got to explain why you're willing to lay that kind of juice. Give me your 2.
Yeah, I'll be short and sweet because Tommy cut into a lot of my time, bro. But I'm gonna be short and sweet, bro. Listen, I don't know if anybody noticed. Like, I'm a Giants fan, so I know the NL West, bro. Ferris Bueller stinks, bro. Is horrible, bro. So here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna last maybe 2 or 3 innings. Then the Dodgers are going to have to go into their bullpen, bro. And since this is going to be a long bullpen game, somebody's going to take a beat. And the Dodger bullpen has been unbelievable this offseason. It's going to catch up with them. Bro, the Mets. Ferris Bueller, bro. He needs to retire after this year, bro.
What about your other one?
My other one is the over. I mean, they're gonna. Like I said, bro, he's gonna go 3 innings. They're gonna get a lot of runs early, bro. I'm going with the over, and the over is actually 8 now. Somebody said I'm still going with the over.
I love when the announcer says, "Oh, that's a meaningless home run," like last night in the Yankees game. Or not for people who bet the over. It's not. There's no such thing as meaningless. All right, I got 2 big plays this morning, and I'm going to go with who did I play? Yeah, that college football over. Both of these teams, Western Kentucky, they score a lot. Sam Houston State, 34, 31, 31, 40, 41. Both of these teams can score. I think they light it up. They've got a showcase tonight. I'll go over 55.5. And then I'm playing Thursday Night Football. The Broncos already have 2 road wins this year over the Bucs and over the Jets. They seem to play better on the road. So they're traveling to the Big Easy. So I'm going to take it today before the line moves. But, of course, we're going to talk about it tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. DTL Primetime Live, me, and we'll see which members of the crew actually show up tomorrow or who me and AB allow to come back is more what it's like. All right, still to come. You guys know what day it is. It is Rant Wednesday. Where are my guys going today? We'll find out. We're live on a glorious Wednesday morning on Stadium. All right, all you degenerates out there, we continue on. And AB, I got to tell you, we're all about branding here, especially with Tommy and Vince here today. I watched the Monday Night Football promo, and there's a young lady that's promoting the 2 games. And you know what she said at the end of the promo, AB?
What?
She said, "Who's got it better than me? Nobody." And I'm like, they're watching TTL every day. Are you kidding me? ESPN ripping us off?
Come on, ESPN. Look, and I think I put this in the group text. Ohio State sent out a tweet after an interception. It said the no-fly zone. Ohio State. Like, come on, man. Randall Mims literally saw it. He texted me. He goes, y'all got to trademark that, dog.
Vince, would you ever promote somebody ripping somebody?
Bro, they're going to listen, happen. Man. You better hope they don't see yesterday's picks because they're going to stop ripping you off, bro. They're not going to want to have anything to do with this show, Coach.
Big Tommy, you're over there. You spent 32 years inside of the WWE. If we would have ever ripped anybody off that blatantly and put it in a promo, what would have happened?
Oh, my God. We would have got our head handed to us, Coach. I mean, in that WWE, as Vince knows, and you know, you got to ride the wave, man. You gotta listen to what's going on, and you got to do what you got to do. But WWE's a different cat, as we all know.
Ride the wave, pal.
Pal.
God, wouldn't it be awesome if we had like a sound alike, or we tried a lot of different things. Clearly today we're trying different things on the show. But man, I love AB's Vince McMahon impersonation. Yeah, let's go, pal.
Come on, pal. I don't know how you guys worked so closely with that individual. There's no way.
Yeah. AB, we don't either. We don't either. Ask all 3 of us. We don't either. And later today on Piers Morgan, I am quite sure that we'll be asked about that as well, as it continues to be in the news. They're just 2.5 months away from the $5 billion Netflix deal. So there's a lot of content out there. You guys know, just follow us, turn on your notifications. That's how it's done. This is my favorite segment of the week. Bar freaking none. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rant Wednesday. We're back on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right. Welcome back to Stadium. Our YouTube channel, simulcast, YouTube TV. We're talking about Amazon Prime Video. I'm looking at my guys' beautiful faces over here to my left. And every single Wednesday, because sometimes you just got to get things off your chest. You just got to let it go. And here at DTL, if you want to say in the chat, oh, this is not like every other show, good. We don't want to be like anybody else. We blaze our own trail. Now, you guys know when you're sitting at home, you get pissed off at stuff. And now here, this is when we let it all out. So, AB, and it could be anything in the universe. You're up, sir. Let's go.
Let's start with merch, okay? Any group, any sport, any company you work for, merchandise, right? You watch Major League Baseball, the playoffs, and this has been this way forever. Major League Baseball, of the 4 major United States professional sports, they always have the best merch, all right? I bought one of those jackets, all right, that you see right now that the teams are wearing. They're phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's the most comfortable jacket that there is. The NFL cannot figure out merch and has never been able to figure out merch, and I don't understand it. Their designs are all over the board. They can't get standard T-shirts correct. The hats are always crazy. I do like the hats this year with the rope on it. It's solid. But why can the NFL not figure out merch? You're the best literally at everything else that you do. I don't understand why you cannot figure it out. Major League Baseball's had it down forever. And you know what it is? Simplicity. That's it. It's simplicity. That's how Major League Baseball sold so much merch over time. The NFL, get it together, man. I just want some normal looking clothes. I don't need things just going all over the place, man. Figure it out, Goodell.
Robbie says 90s starter jackets are where it's at. I had a Michigan starter jacket in the 90s. It was awesome. Well, here's the problem. Fanatics has all the licensees to everything. You saw last night on the baseball game, a Fanatics experience. So a lot of these places don't even make their own merch, like the NFL and Major League Baseball. That's why it is. AB, they need to hire you. You're the best branding guy that I know. You're the best branding guy that I know. All right. Now, Vince, you are a very unique individual, and you get good and you get bad. But
Thank God you let me go second because Tommy's been cutting into my time this whole show. Thank you, Coach. I was hoping I get to go second. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Michael says, I love this place, bro. And that's kind of your thing, the bro thing. That's why you're the bro down and all that. But everybody's unique. Now, Vince, you were made for Rant Wednesday. What do you got?
Are you sure you want this?
I do. All of it.
Are we all married men in this room?
We are. Yes.
Okay. Coach, I've been married for 41 years. Maybe Tommy has been. Tommy, have you been married longer than 41 years?
No.
Okay. So I'm probably the veteran. I probably got to
100%.
Okay. 41 years I've been married, Coach. Right? I got a question for you, Coach.
Yes.
When does my wife stop yelling at me, bro? My wife has been yelling at me every day for 41 years. I am tired, bro, of my wife yelling at me. Coach, you know what Friday is at the Russo house? Here's what Friday is, Coach. Friday is garbage day, okay? So, bro, my wife leaves for work because I work at home. I do the podcasting. She leaves for work, and as she's going out to the garage to pull out, what does she say to me every Friday?
What?
It's garbage day, you know. Yeah, it's garbage day. Take the cans to the freaking curb. Why are you telling me it's garbage day, Coach? And, Coach, here's another thing, bro. I try to be the good husband, Coach. Coach, I try to be the nice husband. I try to wash the dishes.
Oh, no.
Bro, she rewashes my dishes. Well, so what is the point of me trying to help? Coach, I get this every single day. Bro, look at you. Look at you. You don't care about the way you dress. You don't. I do a podcast, for crying out loud. Why? What am I supposed to put on, Coach? A suit and tie? I am sick and tired, Coach. Coach, bring everybody up. Bring everybody up on this. Producer man. You know I like to use props.
Yeah.
It is time to bring somebody back. You know the Maloiki. You know what the Maloiki has?
Powerful.
It is time to bring somebody back. The husbands of the world need to reunite. You ready?
Oh, no. Yes.
It is time for the men to become the king of the castle once again, bro. We are taking it back over, bro. The wives, third-class seamen, bro. We are the captain of the ship. And together we're bringing it back. Go ahead. I cut into Tommy's time. I'm done.
All right. Christian agrees with you. He says the dishes thing is real. Maddie says, I'm feeling that. Maddie says, do we have the same wife? What? Hilarious. All right. We all feel that. That's why we tell you all the time. It can be anything. All right. I'm feeling you. I gotta bring that blood pressure down just a little bit. All right, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
I know you're focused on something sports. So
Yes.
AB is gone and Vince is gone. What are you ranting about today?
I'm ranting about my boy, Aaron Judge. Hey, Aaron, guess what? It's October. You have to start hitting. I've been a Yankee fan way too long. I've seen Derek Jeter come in clutch. I've seen Bernie Williams come in clutch. Mickey Mantle come in clutch. Paul O'Neill come in clutch. You know who's not coming clutch? You, Aaron Judge. So if you're a New York Yankee and you put those pinstripes on, that means something. That means you have to produce in October. You could hit 60 home runs for the next 10 years from just all season long. But when it comes to October and you don't hit, that's a problem for us New York fans. And you don't even get mad. You just have that stupid smile sometimes. Get pissed off. Throw a helmet. Throw a bat like Paul O'Neill used to do. They walked Soto to get to you. That doesn't piss you off? Come on, Aaron. Wake up. We need you for the rest of the series.
Now, that's an interesting rant after he hit a 2-run home run last night, but you want more than that. You want more
Coach,
than
he's
that.
batting 125, Coach.
Well, that's a very, very good point.
All right. Enough said.
A lot of people are wondering if Russo's wife is even home right now and upstairs.
No, I would have never cut that promo. She was home. Are you kidding me? She went to get oil put in the car. Thank God.
Hey, real quick on the Yankees last night. You know, Garrett Cole he reminded me of Mike Mussina last night. Like, I mean, just the way he was pitching, it looked just like him. Garrett Cole, man, he's got amazing accuracy. It's fun to watch him pitch. I enjoy it.
I forget, AB, that he's the reigning Cy Young Award winner in the American League. I completely forgot that.
Because he's quiet, man. He goes, he's a classic Yankee pitcher. He's kind of like Andy Pettitte, man. Like, you didn't hear much out of Andy. He just dealt. Like, that's just what he does. It's fun to watch Garrett Cole. I enjoy him.
I like players like that. So Soupy, who, as we know, we saw at the top of the show, he's kind of licking his wounds. He's in the chat right now. He's our fantasy guy. And you got to set your lineups between today and tomorrow. You have any fantasy questions, put them in the chat. He'll answer them for you in real time. All right, it is my turn to rant. And you guys know I'm a huge Chiefs fan. You guys know I love me some Kansas City. My favorite player of all time is number 15. My second favorite player of all time is number 87, Travis Kelce, the highest paid tight end in the entire league. But I am done having him set himself up for failure. What am I talking about? You cannot leave the city during an off week. You've already done it once this year for the U.S. Open Finals. You went when you played on Thursday. You had to be in New York. You had to see your boo. And now on an off week, where is Travis Kelce again? Well, he's in New York going out with Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, throwing all of his celebrity relationships out on Front Street. But not just one night. He went out 2 nights. So if you're out at night late, are you in the gym? Are you in the salt bath? Are you in the ice bath? Are you doing everything you can do to keep your body ready? Because you're now having, after your bye week, you're 5-0. You've got 12 straight weeks of games. Are you prepared? Are you physically ready to go? Is that being a leader? I don't think so. And oh, by the way, I know the tour is getting ready to pick back up until December. I don't care. When you're done in 2 years, you can go to New York all you want. I'm tired of it right now. Now, AB, am I wrong that maybe on an off week, maybe you take care of your body just a little bit?
You're not wrong at all. Not wrong at all.
Tommy, I mean, the perception is reality. And right now in the NFL, there's only 2 undefeated teams left. And Kansas City is one of them. And they have a chance to do something that hasn't been done ever. But this is what he always has to do. Clearly, he does not care.
No, he doesn't care. And I'm surprised Reed let him do all this. I saw him in Yankee Stadium, and I'm like, don't they have a game this week? Why isn't he back in Kansas City? I don't get it, Coach. And by the way, I'm sick of his brother, too. I'm sick of both of them. They're all over the place, from fabric softener to every commercial in the
cereals.
World. Cereal and Fat Jason, taking his shirt off and dancing. Come on, dude. Give me a break.
That was almost going to be my rant. And this is what a lot of networks do, and we see it in wrestling all the time too, Vince, is that when you see something that works, you pound it into the ground and you overuse it. The Kelce's $100 million podcast deal, and now ESPN hires him, and they use him for everything. Sometimes you got to scale back, Vince, right?
Coach, I got to tell you, bro, I got ADD. And I'll tell you where my mind. Coach, give me the 4 box. Producer, give me 4.
I only got about 45 seconds.
I got to tell you where my mind is right now.
Where is it?
How long does it take you to carve out that perfect gimmick? How long does that take? Look, that is perfect, Coach. Those lines. How long does that take, Coach?
This is a true story. I was once voted. They had that People magazine had an issue where they had most handsome man, 50 most people. I actually was voted the best goatee in America.
There you go. See?
Yeah. So,
a lot of work. You bring up a really good point. All right, we only got about 45 seconds left, AB. Let me come over to you because I want to tease ahead because we haven't even hit all of the NFL topics yesterday. We had trades. We had Jerry Jones. In your mind, what was the biggest thing, because you were off yesterday, that came out of yesterday? Because we're going to talk a lot about it in the second half of the show.
I think it's Jerry Jones, and I think that there is – look, I like what you're doing, but I don't like what you're doing, all right? You have got to calm down. You can't do what you just did, and instead of apologizing, you doubled down on it. Jerry, you need a serious conversation.
You're damn right. By the way, TJ says you cover the gray side with your mic.
Very nice.
Don't test me, TJ. Do not test me. It is perfection. Gray side. Stop it. Vince, we'll see you next Wednesday, big boy. All right, my man.
Yeah, and I just want to tell everybody too. Here's what.
I don't have time.
Come on, I got a half a rant left to me. Goodbye, Coach.
When we come back, we're talking Jerry Jones. We're talking college football. Still a full half hour to go. It's DTL having a great time live on Stadium. All right, all you degenerates out there, as we say goodbye to Vince. God, I just love the energy. And I think one thing that people can understand, AB, because one thing that really ticks me off in today's media as the landscape is changing is how everybody wants everything the exact same way. Well, that show does it this way. MMA does it that way. I'm tired of staying in the box. I really, really am.
Like, what do you mean? Like, give me an example here.
Well, like they say, well, you got to make this picks, or you can't do that, or you got to have 4 guys on the show, whatever it is.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So,
kind of how everything's done.
Yeah, 100%, man, because it's the same thing. And look, I think a lot of like the ESPN, the embrace debate, kind of really hurt sports media, because now it's just like, you take side A, you take side B, go for 2 minutes, be on the opposite side. We'll just make it up as we go. And then you have no idea like where anybody stands whatsoever. I completely agree. Like, that's why you see in this digital age that you're seeing shows like Pat McAfee, right? Mm-hmm. Completely different than everyone else. And look what he's doing.
You're absolutely right. And Tommy, you're a fan. I mean, obviously you're with me on the wrestling side, but as a sports fan, you are a fan. What frustrates you the most about what you see? Because yesterday, Stephen A. did a 5-minute rant on the Cowboys. We know he doesn't like the Cowboys. We get it, but give me reasons why and not just laughing at it.
Stephen A's been making millions for years doing this, Coach. Is it unbelievable? And everybody just loves this guy. All he does is bitch and moan about Dallas. He does it every week on TikTok or Instagram, and it just drives me crazy that he just goes crazy on the Cowboys. I'm a Giant fan, so I love it a little bit, but enough's enough, and that's all they do. You watch him and Mad Dog Russo, and Russo's on Wednesdays on his show. They go back and forth, back and forth. It's the same thing every week. Like you said, change it up. Let's do something a little different.
I got something I got to run by AB at our next break that I saw, and it screams laziness to me when you're talking about the media. We'll get into that at the next break, but we got to talk about the biggest topic that came out of Tuesday, and I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I couldn't believe it when he reacted to it, and damn it, you're going to get it right here on the show. It's DTL back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, all of you OGs out there. Thank you so very much. We have crossed the bottom of the hour. This is DTL Live on Stadium. We are here every single weekday at 10 a.m. I got AB and Big Tommy C from behind the turnbuckle with me today. Now, somebody in the chat said, can we talk about Tom Brady being a Raiders owner and being the broadcast? We're going to get to that. But there was a lot of big stories yesterday. But damn it, this was the biggest one. And I got to tell you, if you guys missed this yesterday, Jerry Jones, and producer Rand, give me the 3-shot, please. So Jerry Jones goes on a radio show, 105.3 The Fan, guys. And it's called The Jerry Jones Show. He literally, as a billionaire owner, feels the need to have his own show on local radio in Cowboys. It screams to the ego. And the host of the show, which he hires and he employs because it's the flagship station of the Cowboys as well, he started questioning Jerry Jones. Here's about 1 minute of that interaction from Tuesday.
Jerry, I think the counter back when you said, where are you going to get the players? You can't get them this week is, and you're aware of all the off-season topics.
Yeah, but what is your counter? What is your damn counter?
My counter
I
is...
really want to know where you would go get it. Now, don't tell me about should gotten a guy in the off-season.
Why not?
This isn't a damn word argument just because I'm not arguing with you. I'm dealing with how we line up against San Francisco, not what I did wrong last week or last month. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me, to talk about this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to
So y'all
ask
get
why.
a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
All right, so that was on the radio. So then Diana Rossini, who I worked with at ESPN, then did an interview with Jerry Jones. Here's what he had to say to Diana Rossini after that interview. He says, I don't know that I would go so far as calling the volume connotation as yelling. Okay, but the facts are that if I'm going to be grilled by the tribunal, I don't need to be by the guys I'm paying. And then you can read the rest of the quote. So, AB, let me come over to you, because this guy, and the reason it's so big, this is the most expensive, wealthy franchise in American sports, period, that hasn't done anything for 27 years. What was your initial reaction to this when you heard it?
Jerry's finally feeling the heat. Okay. So number one, they don't work for Jerry Jones. All right. They work for the radio station. He pays that show. All right. For the publicity. But those guys did their job. And those were softball questions, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be a whole hell of a lot worse. And Jerry flipping out. Look, the guys that I'm paying, I'll go find somebody else. Jerry, all right? You can't act like a child. You've been doing this, all right? The Cowboys have been a disaster forever. You got rid of Jimmy Johnson. I know we're going back decades here, but look, that guy was Belichick before Belichick, and now you're sensitive and you're getting butt hurt because they asked a very simple question and you couldn't even do that. But I'll say this. What I do like about it is that he's finally feeling the heat. I don't know why it took this long, but he's finally feeling it. And Jerry, go look at the organization. It's your family. All right? It's the same thing in the WWE with Vince. He's got Stephanie everywhere. Like, if you want to get mad, all right, and you don't like the job that's being done, you're the one that put these people in the places to do it. Your son is in charge of the roster. You didn't do anything with the roster. All right? You haven't done anything. I just, Jerry, you can't do this, dude. Like, you're above this.
It's a great comparison, AB. It really is. Omar in the chat says he's got a 1950s mentality. But you hear AB talk about Vince McMahon. And me and Tommy worked for Vince, me for 13 years, Tommy for 32 years. We know what it's like to be next to a billionaire. And most of them, Tommy, cannot admit when they've done something wrong. And for Jerry Jones not to understand that when he's charging a premium, I mean, super expensive tickets, and then you're putting 107,000 people into the stadium every single week, and then you go on your own show that has your name on it after you lose 47-9, and you don't think you're going to get questioned about this? Tommy, this to me it's why he's a high, he turned 79. He's not only feeling the heat, as AB said, I think he's feeling the heat because of his age, that he may never win another Super Bowl in his lifetime. I think that's part of this too.
Coach, he's a big baby, Coach. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine if he was in New York and he said that to the New York media? He would get killed. That is their job, to ask questions to find out what's going on. The first thing you got the problem is that he's the GM. He shouldn't be the GM. He's the owner. He should bring a GM in who knows football. He doesn't know football like everybody else does. He doesn't even have a running game, Coach. His offensive line is terrible. Where the hell is the defense? Nowhere. That's why they're losing. I love they're losing because I'm a big Giant fan. But for you to come on the radio and say I can replace you, give me a break, Jerry. It's unbelievable.
So unprofessional. And this is the same guy, guys, that, and AB, I'll come back to you, that said prior to the season, we don't need CD as much as people think that we do. And then he signed him. He's been really good at paying top players, but he's very top heavy, meaning to Tommy's point, that when you get somebody hurt, you don't have good backups, you don't have the depth, and you're starting to see that now as they can't stop anybody. And the gap between the Cowboys and a playoff team is gigantic, AB.
It is. And look, you know, when agents have started to figure this out, you saw it with CD and you saw it with Dak, they're actually starting to tax the Dallas Cowboys for signing these stars because you have to deal with so much more media pressure than any other team. And it's not worth it because there's no positive to be had. So the Cowboys and Jerry Jones are actually going to start to have to pay more for stars to stay and come and play there. Because why would you want to? Go to Kansas City. Go to Baltimore. Why would you want to go to Dallas and deal with all that for the same amount of money or less, right? He's created his own bubble of problems. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Like, Jerry, he's right on there's been a lot of good. But, dude, it's the same thing with a betting show. Like, if I came on here and yesterday I went 0 for 5, okay? I'm not going to bring up, well, last week I had a, no, man.
Exactly.
Like, you deal with it, right? You face it head on and you deal with it and you get better, right? That's the part where Jerry doesn't get it, is that you got to get better. And what did they do this offseason? Nothing. They literally did nothing.
Except overpay for a court. Yeah, Tommy, go ahead.
This is what I don't get about Jerry Jones. Why did he wait so long to sign CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, and he signs them right before the season starts? The first game with Dak. I don't get that whole logic. Now you still have Micah Parsons, right? You got to pay him. Trayvon Diggs, they're paying him big money. What happened to him? He got burnt so bad like burnt toast playing against Detroit. I don't know what happened to him. And they still got to pay Micah. And I don't get why he waited so long to pay CeeDee Lamb and Dak when he knew he was going to pay him. Get it over with, and you still don't have a running back. I don't get it.
It's arrogance. And they bring up a good point in the chat, AB. Your boy, Derrick Henry, he lives in Dallas in the offseason. He was practically begging the Cowboys, just give me an offer and I'll stay at home and play for you. And I think this plays to this entire argument. And maybe deep down, instead of Jerry looking in the mirror and saying, yeah, I made these decisions. Yeah, I know my son is the GM. Maybe he's pissed off that after all of these years, these decisions haven't paid off, and there's nothing now because of finances that he can do about it.
No, there's nothing, right? And yes, Derrick Henry was begging to do it. He lives there, right? And look, state of Texas, same as Tennessee. There's no state income taxes, right? Like, it is a great place to be. But Jerry, man, like, they didn't do anything. They literally did not do anything to make this team better at all. And look, I go back, talking about the Cowboys and paying a tax, like who would want to play there, right? Well, go back to Steinbrenner with the Yankees, like in the 90s. Yeah, Steinbrenner's tough on everybody, front office, players, everyone. But you know what the Yankees did? You went there because you knew you were going to compete for a World Series title and more likely than not win it, right? Go ask Derek Jeter. Wasn't easy playing there. It's not, man. But that's what you get when you get the top of the line, first-class organizations, all right? Dallas, they act like it, but nah, not at all.
We know that Jerry Jones is all about that ego, where another franchise on Tuesday clearly showed that they have a lot of ego issues too. I cannot believe this story. I can't believe that it's happened. I know we only have about 2 minutes, but we're going to start it. That Tom Brady, who got paid over $300 million, the worst contract in the history of broadcasting, and Fox signed him years ago so they could lock him up, and he'll be good in time. He's just not very good right now. But they approved, the owners approved, AB, for him to become a 5% owner in the Las Vegas Raiders. That's a lot of money because these teams are worth billions. But when you look at all the things he can't do now as a broadcaster, can't go to team meetings, can't go to practices. As a broadcaster, when you're doing a game, that is everything. I don't know why, he would want to do it or why he's going to do it at the same time. Does this shock you that it's even happening?
No, because it's kind of, new territory, but it'll work itself out, right? And, for Brady to become, a part owner of a team, especially with kind of everything that went, with his family and retirement and a divorce and all that, like, he's going to be part of the game forever now. So, yeah, like it'll work itself out. It's kind of in that gray area right now, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's part of this thing for life now. Like that's the side he'll lean on.
Yeah, Tommy, I don't even know how much he actually had to put in to get 5% because like Conor McGregor, a lot of times they'll give you and say, okay, we're going to use your likeness or whatever the case might be. But we're seeing now he wants to be very, very, very busy. But this, to me, if you're going to sign the $300 million deal, you don't do this until you're done with that. You got about 30 seconds. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the NFL let him do that. He's a Fox announcer, right? And he's going to be doing some games possibly against the Raiders. I know Fox is mostly NFC. I don't get is there a conflict of interest of you're an announcer in football and then you own 5% of a team? That's my question, Coach.
Yeah, there's a big time conflict of interest. That's why there's the can't. And I almost asked the question yesterday, what is he allowed to do? Because I honestly don't know. Barely Mental says, why the Raiders? I'm a fan, but why there? Because the owner of the Raiders is not as wealthy as people think he is, and he needs people to pay attention to his team when they suck. What a good show this morning. A lot of topics. When we come back, we've got the whip around. We've got a little college football look ahead. It is DTL live on Stadium on a Bounce Back Wednesday. All right, all you OGs out there. Now, I screamed laziness. We're calling out all the media today, AB, because I saw a promo for Sunday Night Football. It is the Jets. It is the Steelers. And you know what the voiceover guy said? He said, the Jets are starting to catch momentum as they head into Pittsburgh on Sunday night. And I literally woke up. And I rewound. I go, what did he just say? They've lost 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row. That clearly was done 3 weeks ago. How lazy is that?
Yeah, they started cutting them promos, man, way too early on that one, dude. Start cutting them 15-seconders. Yeah, I don't know what New York is catching, but I don't want it.
Strays all over the board. Tommy, I literally could not believe my ears. And you ran the international TV department at WWE. You were cutting promos every single day. If you would have sent something out that was misinformation or was 2 weeks early before a pay-per-view, would your key still have worked on the door when you came back?
Yeah, I wouldn't be getting in the building, Coach. If we put a wrong tour promo or something and we didn't find out about it, and then it comes out, and then the chairman found out, your head gets cut off. And that's weak, Coach, in the promo department, right? We would never do stuff like that. That is so weak to put that promo out there like that. That's terrible. Bad move. Bad, really bad.
It kind of screams to me, AB, we got about a minute, how now when we talk about a media shift, 5 years ago, a show like this would never be on a big network like Amazon Prime or Stadium like we are. But now everything is shifted away, and it's all about live events, and everything else is kind of just, hey, just get it done. Just get it done.
Just get it done, yeah. And look, I mean, take a look at a lot of these broadcast networks. Like, television is not a good business unless you have live sports interactives. Dude, like, it's too difficult for them to operate in a world where when you have YouTube, which is larger than all of them, right? Mm-hmm. And you could go at any moment, any time and do your content. And that's why you see, audiences, they go to what and who they like.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's why YouTube TV is such a big entity in a lot of different ways. All right, we are back live on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right, we continue on here on Stadium app, watchstadium.com, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV. How about Roku TV as well? I am the coach, AB, Big Tommy C from Behind the Turnbuckle, joining us today as well. Also, a big thank you to Vince Russo as well. Do not forget, tomorrow night, Thursday night, we start the NFL week right here on Stadium, DTL Primetime Live. We got the Broncos and the Saints. And AB, one topic, there's a lot of topics, but another topic we haven't even hit on that absolutely will affect the betting line is that Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Broncos are the old team of his and actually paying his entire salary except for $1 million. And I'm talking about Russell Wilson. There is word on the street that potentially he could be starting Sunday night at home against the Jets. Do you think they'll pull that trigger?
They might. And I say that as Mike Tomlin operates how Mike Tomlin wants to operate. And I'll say this. There are very few people, that are without question. Mike Tomlin might be that. Like, whatever he decides, you got the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Tomlin makes great decisions. He always does. It's not like the Steelers have been, perfect like they were 15 years ago, but I don't question Mike Tomlin, man. Whatever he wants to go with, do it.
It's the way that he moves, AB, right? It's a way that he's very, very. I try to lead by that example. Just say it. Don't question it. If it doesn't work, then you fix it and you move on. That's how Mike Tomlin coaches. And if you walk into a press conference, Tommy, and you ask him a question, he will answer it. If he did wrong, he will own it. But I'm looking at the standings right now, and you got a team that's 4-2. You got a team that scored 32 points last week against the Raiders. And now we're thinking about changing quarterbacks when they're tied for first place with the Ravens. Tell me why they would do this.
I can't tell you why, Coach. I would never make the move. I think Fields is doing a pretty good job, and they got the momentum going. So why would you want to change quarterback? The most important position in a football field is the quarterback. Justin Fields feels the offense. He has good mobility. He has good accuracy. So why do you feel the need to go to Russell Wilson? I don't get it. You're winning. You're 4-2. I like Tomlin. I think he's a great coach. I love that he's a little bit of old school. He takes no crap from nobody, but I can't figure out why would he want to put Russell Wilson behind the center there. I don't get it, Coach. Justin Fields is doing a fine job in my eyes.
Yeah, Tony says he has his mind made up, but he has not. He's just giving out info to prepare for two quarterbacks. That might be something. That might be something. You got something, AB?
Yeah, no. I completely agree. Like exactly to that point. You remember before the season started, leading up to literally a day before, right? We all thought Russell Wilson was the starting quarterback, and then he named Justin Fields, right? Literally 24 hours before the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with Tony. This is just giving out information for the other team. You got to prepare for two dudes. Just buy up some of their time in the film room.
Speaking of two dudes were traded yesterday. And AB, it affects your team, and it affects the Jets, and it affects the betting line. The Titans are on the road this week in Buffalo. They traded for Amari Cooper. We know that Shakur is hurt, didn't play last week, and the Bills' offense has really struggled. That number is 9.5. And the Jets, that was the big news that broke right here while we were on the show. Sunday Night Football, they trade for Davante Adams. He was already on a red-eye Sunday night while they were playing, and nobody even knew. What do you think's the bigger trade? Who does it help more?
So the bigger trade would be Davante Adams, right? The name, the brand, Aaron Rodgers, etc. But I think that Amari Cooper is the better trade, right? And I like that Buffalo went and made it. They made it quietly and said, all right, hey, we're going to go get this done. Here we go. And look, the Bills, their offense is more balanced without Stephon Diggs. They're going to add a little bit. I'm not saying he replaces Stephon, but you hearing much out of Stephon in Houston? Not much, man. Like, I like Amari Cooper. I like that move. It's solid for a Bills team coming off a big win. Yeah, that's a great trade. That's a great trade.
I like teams that even if they win, AB, and then Tommy, I'll come over to you. CID said the Bills made a great trade. I like teams that can see internally, okay, maybe we're not where we want to be. And the Bills, even though they beat the Jets, clearly said that we're not good enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs right now. We're not good enough to beat the Baltimore Ravens right now. We have to get better between now and the end of the year. So, Tommy, I'll ask you the same question. Who do you think made the better trade between these two?
I think the Bills did, Coach, because they have an established quarterback there. Their offensive line's not bad. You know, for me, Davante Adams, okay, but who's going to protect Aaron Rodgers? Their offensive line is just horrible. You need time to throw the ball to Davante Adams. That's why the better trade was Amari Cooper on the Buffalo Bills. The Jets still have problems, Coach. Their offensive line is terrible. And he's getting killed back there. So I Davante Adams, obviously they're boys and stuff like that. He's probably one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. He's a good addition, but you still got to get him the ball, right? You still need protection, and their offensive line is just horrible.
Yeah, he was getting just destroyed all night, and they got to figure something out. But really, when you looked at what they could do and somebody that Aaron Rodgers trusts and bringing in middle of the season that you don't have to get adapted to Aaron Rodgers, this was clearly the best move that they could make. All right, for some of you that weren't here at the top of the hour, don't even worry about it. It's a very, very light betting day, but we still have plays for you as we wrap things up in a little something we like to call the whip around. By the way, shout out to Matt. He says, by the way, my sister watches the show and got her a DTL sweater for her birthday last week. Nice job, Matt. Send us a picture. We'll put it onto the show. That's very, very nice of you. All right, this is where we do 10 seconds or less. One nugget on each play. AB, start us off.
Sam Houston, -2.5 at home against Western Kentucky. This is going to be a great football game. If you've never really watched either of those teams, watch tonight. You will enjoy it. But we're going to take Sam Houston -2.5. They're just a little bit better at everything than Western Kentucky is, but two good, fun teams.
And speaking of fun, I'm going to play that over AB in that game, over 55.5. It's -110 because both teams can score, but Sam Houston is the better team. So I think we cash both of these. And then Thursday Night Football, I'm throwing the points out the window. The Broncos, they already have 2 of their 3 wins have come on the road. They just play better on the road right now. And so I'll lay the 30 cents, take the money line to win in the Big Easy. Big Tommy, give me your 3, 10 seconds or less each one, please.
I like the Mets tonight. The momentum, Citi Field's going to be going crazy tonight. I love the Steelers on Sunday night beating the New York Jets, and the Commanders are just going to roll over the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, great take. Now, the Mets, Vince Russo, hey, we don't tell anybody what they could pick here on the show. They put them out, and you choose what you want to play. If you don't want to play -180, then nobody is forcing you to make that pick. But taking the Mets on the running line, a little extra insurance, and the Dodgers starting pitching has not been great overall the last month. And then also the Dodgers-Mets over 7.5 tonight for Game 3 in New York. All right, what is the selection for the crew for the Howie Schwab play of the day, AB?
They are feeling the over here. Dodgers Mets over 8. And some books you have it at 7.5. So that's why you see it there on the recap screen. Some books you have it at 8. So if you can get the 7.5, even better.
All right. Tommy, this was your first time on DT. How did it feel, Tommy? How did it feel?
I love it, Coach. I'm a big sports guy, and thank you for having me on, AB and Coach. I really enjoyed my time.
You did great, man.
You did?
Thank you.
For a first time? For a first time?
Yeah.
Oh, man. CID says, I love the over there. I thought you said love the crew. My eyes are horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. As we wrap things up, AB, we didn't get to the college football today because we had a lot of topics to talk about, but we will get to it Football Friday. It's a big week in college football. I know you're going to be all over it with your Tennessee Volunteers.
Absolutely. Big one against Alabama. And then you're going to see the big game, Georgia and Texas. That's going to be a fun one. And then Nebraska and Indiana. Oh, my goodness, man. Like, this is a great week of college football. Yeah, we'll hit on all of them. It's going to be a fun college football week, man.
It most definitely is. Friday, all over college football, all over the NFL. Don't forget, we're live every single weekday morning right here on Stadium, and then Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you to all of you tuning in for Rant Wednesday, and understand this. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My attacker, Lobo. My man, Vince Russo. Big Tommy C from behind the turnbuckle. My partner, AB. Producer, man, always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day right here on Stadium. Good luck. Take care.